Hello students, I welcome you all to this class. This is mathematics class. Today in this class, we'll be looking at how to get the coefficient of x raised to power m if you have a binomial expansion problem of this form. Open bracket ax raised to power v plus b divided by x raised to power u all raised to power what? N. So I'm saying that the coefficient of x raised to power m is the coefficient of the term t sub r plus 1, which is equals to n combination r, x raised to power n minus r, y raised to power r. This is actually the expression for the general term in a given binomial expansion. We saw that when we studied the general term in a given binomial expansion in our previous class. But in this case, we have a formula for finding your r. The formula for finding the r will be n times v minus m all divided by v plus u. What is n? The index of the bracket. What is v? The index of x in the first quantity you have inside the bracket. So the first quantity you have inside the bracket is this. The index of x here is what? V. So m times that index of x minus m. M is the index of x you are finding the coefficient of. You are finding the coefficient of x raised to power m. What is this index here? M. So that's this m. All divided by v plus u. U is the index of x in the second quantity inside the bracket below. So we have x below here. So whatever that is the index of x below here is your u. So we illustrate the use of this formula with this example. They asked us to find the coefficient of x raised to power 3 in the binomial expansion of open bracket 2x minus 3 divided by x all raised to power 3. So we are going to first of all find your r. Your r is what? Given by this formula nv minus m all divided by v plus what? U. So this is equal to, n is the index of the bracket. What's the index of the bracket? 3 multiply v. V is the index of x in the first quantity you have inside the bracket. What's the first quantity you have inside the bracket? 2x. What is the index of x here? 1. Then minus m. We are looking for the coefficient of x raised to power 3. So this index of x here, 3, is your m, as we have it here. So we have what? 3. All divided by what? In the first quantity inside the bracket, we calculated v to be what? 1. That is the index of x in the first quantity inside the bracket. So we have 1 plus u is the index of x in the second quantity inside the bracket below. So we have x below here. What is the index here below? 1. So 3 multiply 1 is what? 3. So you have 3 minus 3. 1 plus 1 is what? 2. So 3 minus 3 is what? 0. Divided by what? 2. 0 divided by 2 is what? 0. We got r to be 0 in this case. We can now use this general term formula. General term formula says t sub r plus 1. Our r is 0. That's 0 plus 1. So 0 plus 1 is what? 0 plus 1 is what? 1. So this is t sub 1, which is the first term. It is the first term that will give us this x raised to power what? 3. Then we now get the coefficient of that x raised to power 3. So we now use this formula. So we are going to have, what is our n? N is the index of the bracket, that's 3, combination r. What is our r? We calculated r to be what? 0. Then multiply by x raised to power n minus r. What is x? X is the first quantity inside the bracket. This is a notation. X is standing for the first quantity inside the bracket. What is the first quantity inside the bracket? 2x. So I have 2x. Then you raise this to power n minus r. What is our n? Our n is the index of the bracket. That's 3 minus r. Calculated r to be what? 0. Then multiply y. Y raised to power r. Y is the second quantity you have inside the bracket. What is the second quantity inside the bracket? Minus 3 over x. Then you raise it to power what? R. What? We calculated R to be what? 0. So this will be equal to 3 combination 0. 3 combination 0 is 1. 5 combination 0 is what? 5 combination 0 is 1. 6 combination 0 is 1. So 3 combination 0 is 1. So we are going to have 1. That's 1. Then multiplying. So 3 minus 0 is what? 3. Then we have 2 raised to power what? 3. X raised to power what? 3. Right? Then if you raise any quantity to the power of 0, you are going to get what? 1. So this minus 3 divided by x all raised to power 0 is what? 1. So multiply by 1. At the end, we got what? 2. 1 times 2 raised to power 3 is what? 2 raised to power 3 is 8. That's 1 times 8 is 8. Then multiply x raised to power 3. Multiply 1. We'll still have 8x raised to power 3. So this is the term. We have gotten that term. The term happened to be what? First term. What is the coefficient here? The coefficient here is what? 8. So the required coefficient we got here is what? 8. That's the coefficient of x. So thank you so much for being part of this class. See you in our upcoming class. Bye.